Professor D disclosed the vision for China to colonize the world through Belt and Road. China would like to build 100 colonies and develop a new 1 billion Chinese population. It's part of their plan to build a community of common destiny for all mankind. Hi everyone, welcome to Lei's Real Talk. I'm Lei. Remember the Chinese professor who gained notoriety last December when the video of his speech went viral in the United States? In the video, he bragged about how Chinese get what they want through old friends at the highest level of the United States government and Wall Street. Recently, Professor D Dongshen discussed how China should roll out the Belt and Road Initiative after the pandemic. He detailed a plan to build a community of common destiny for mankind. This community of common destiny for mankind is an expression former Chinese Communist Party leader Hu Jintao started it, and has been used by Xi Jinping to describe China's global expansion. It's such an important Chinese foreign policy concept that it's formally written into the Chinese Constitution in 2018. I translated parts of Professor D's speech to show you China's tactics, specifically in these two areas. 1. China's neocolonialism through Belt and Road, and 2. The export of the Chinese authoritarian governance. The West often doesn't know what the Chinese are thinking, or they know only superficially. Professor D confirmed this in his video and said that the free world doesn't fully grasp the Belt and Road project. It's eye-opening to hear a leading Chinese scholar disclosing the real objective of Belt and Road. Please take a look.
那么另外一方面呢，我们跑到“一带一路”沿线这么多个国家去，我们追逐的是要素是什么？自由主义经济学往往以为中国跑到“一带一路”沿线国家去，追逐的是人家的能源，追逐人家的矿，是吧？这个我认为是肤浅的刚才讲了，财富的源头是人而不是物我们追逐的其实是“一带一路”沿线国家的年轻的生命，他们想要消费。但是他们现在没钱，我们把钱借给他，投资给他，他们就有钱，我们雇他，他就有了收入他们有了这些收入，有了现金流之后呢，就用来购买我们所创造的产品然后呢，这个把钱付给了我们，然后我们再继续进一步投资给他们，进一步借贷给他们，进一步支付工资给他们，是吧？那么他们就获得了更多的钱。由此而形成另外一个方向上的繁荣，但问题是，你应该让这些年轻人进入你的资本的循环，进入你商品的循环，进入你货币的循环，但你不能让他们直接进入你的社会生活也就是不能把别的异族直接引入到你的社会生活中多种族、多语言、多文化的社会在一起，是吧？最终会导致巨大的社会冲突。中国历史上五胡乱华，是吧？这些惨痛的教训，我们是深有体会的中华民族的这个知识分子中华民族的史书上记载的都非常清楚。欧洲的多元社会的尝试，到目前来看是不成功的美国也是如此。
So the fundamental objective of the Belt and Road Project is to colonize the people in those countries. At the same time, China doesn't want other ethnicities to enter mainland China because scholars like Professor D don't believe in a multicultural, multiracial society. Instead, the professor proposed establishing multiracial, single-culture cities outside China, controlled and run by China. Take a look at the following clip.
所以呢，我认为我们应该设立一些特区这些特区呢，应该是香港跟深圳的这个两类经验的混合物也就是说通过国际的合作谈判，比如说99年、100年甚至200年的这样一种长周期的合作方案，主权还是人家的治权应该是归双方新设立的这样一个合资的主体双方是一种自愿的共赢的这样一个长周期合作项目。比如说最终形成一个1000万人口的工业化新城的话，这里边中国人最多不能超过100万人， 里边其他900万人来自于哪呢？300万人可能来自于巴基斯坦的各个省，另外300万人来自于印度的各个邦，还有300万人来自于埃及啊、也门这样一些穷国家。那么他们互相之间无法交流那么共用的语言就是中文，是吧？政治的、法律的那套规范，它就是基于中国经验所形成的这样一个本地化的这样一个特色的体制。种族是多元的，但文化必须一元，而且这个一元必须统一到中国文化中来。那么最终也许我们坚持到80年之后，就到本世纪的末也许这创造出100来个是吧1000万人口级的这个工业化形成这是我所构想的人类命运共同体的一个实现模式
Let's do some math. 10 million people in each city times 100 cities. That's 1 billion people. That means 1 billion people will be living in Chinese colonies around the world. That's the same amount of people as the mainland Chinese. But are they Chinese? What are they like? The professor has an explanation.
由此，我们在全世界各地塑造出一个新中国人群体这个新中国人群体呢，他们将是80年之后，他们将是混血的肤色呢是一种混合肤色但是他们都讲着流利的中文，但是他们炒的菜可能更多咖喱味儿。那么由此，这个世界上就形成了10亿新中国人和10亿老中国人。广义的中华民族新生儿呢，占的全球总的新生儿的比例能够稳定在20%左右。
Professor D has shown us the game plan for China to colonize the countries along the Belt and Road route to develop a new Chinese race. In 80 years, we will see another 1 billion Chinese in different parts of the world who share the same worldview, ideology, culture, and language as the mainland Chinese, but are mixed race. So, are these just his ideas, or are they the actual blueprint that guides China's foreign policy? I don't know the answer, but I do know that this professor is quite influential. According to his bio, he regularly participates in policy discussions and accompanies Chinese leaders for overseas visits. He has contributed to China's foreign economic policy. He works closely with the Foreign Ministry, the National Development and Reform Commission, and the Chinese Communist Party's Central Committee, so please don't take his words lightly. Chinese communist leaders and scholars like Professor D seriously believe that the world needs China, and that China is doing the world a big service by expanding globally. This video explains why the Belt and Road countries need China from their perspective. They believe these countries are poor not because they don't have money, but because they don't have a strong authoritative government like China's.
是因为绝大部分发展中国家，他们都不是强政府所以这个强政府这个概念不是说有个政治强人垄断了国家的暴力，它就是强政府，不是这样的。强政府是指什么？是指这个国家机器，它相对于社会的各种组织，包括宗族、社会、家庭、非政府组织等等包括社会舆论媒体等等这种社会组织结构，这个政府的力量非常强大，能够进行有效的管控、动员，是吧？识别。所以要想帮全球外围的50亿人发展起来，那么中国要输出的就是如何建立强政府的这样一种经验和能力。换言之，就是我们19届十中全会所提到的国家治理能力和治理体系的现代化的这样一个问题
With the growth of the internet and technology, the definition of a totalitarian government has changed. Professor D gave a clear description of the modern digital totalitarian society. Its government uses the state apparatus to control, monitor, and mobilize all entities within a nation, from corporations, businesses, NGOs, and media to families and individuals. And this type of totalitarian, strong government is what he believes the world needs. He also talked about replacing the dollar with Chinese yuan as the world reserve currency, which is part of the plan. I'll be making a video on that soon. The Belt and Road Initiative will not only allow China to realize its dream of having a global community of common destiny, export its totalitarian governance, but it will also help China solve its population crisis. You can watch my previous video, Why China Will Never Overtake the US, to understand the problem by clicking there. Till next time, keep watching.